Yeah, facts. But that's why I'm such a big preacher of us being programmed in the media, whether it's like scary movies or I mean not scary movies, but movies or shows or social media. It's always something to grasp our attention, and it's created from people and energies that want to oppress and suppress like our intuitive abilities. So it's just like crazy. And then even when you see the way the programming used to be versus now, like you used to be able to watch a scary movie and they would pan out when the gore started. But now it's like just so much from the verbiage that they use, like on the radio, they didn't used to curse. Now they say stuff like crazy stuff. But scary movies now are like crazy. They show you everything. I don't know if y'all have watched the scary movie The Reader with Monique, like the Monique from Precious, but she was like, she lost her family in a like home invasion, and then a reader came to like give her messages from her family, and like it was like a twist, like a major fucking twist. But long story short, it was just so much gore in there and just like disdain for life and disregard. It's just crazy. Like, it's crazy the things that we watch now and the things that we view. It was this rapper in Houston. He I think it was like a home invasion attempt, and then his girlfriend ended up shooting the intruder or whatever. And he posted a picture like in the on the crime scene in his living room, and like within 24 hours they like they got him back or whatever, so he's no longer with us. But it's so crazy because even in the comments, like, nothing was wrong. This man, his home was defended, and he was being egotistical by going and doing interviews about it and posting a picture. But people were in the comments like, that's what he get. And I'm like, this is a man's life. Like, this is his life. Like, of course, okay, he should have been more humble. He paid the price with his life. What incentive do you get to go in comments and to like just totally disregard the life of a man? It's just crazy. They did the same thing with King Von. Like, it's just the media, they've planted all of these seeds, and it's crazy how it's showing in our younger generation how they totally disregard life, the beauty of life, the gratitude of just being here. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah, those, I can't really say it, but that stuff, like the robbing, the women, the way that we value our bodies, and it's a HO3 TikTok on here. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it, because I have friends that's on that. You know what I'm saying? It's their decisions. But just the way that, it's this pride behind these negative, low vibrational energies that people are in is crazy. And a lot of people are like, well, it's media. You choose what to absorb and to consume, and you don't have to be easily led and impressed. But no, that's a lie. Anything that you continuously pour into your body, whether it's like physically or, edible or whatever, you're going to start manifesting within your reality. Like, when I'm not watching TV, when I'm not listening to music, and a lot of people think that you're weird or you're being too spiritual or whatever, but when I'm not doing those things, I feel like I'm at my highest vibration, because I don't have these negative energies and entities entering a space which I keep sacred. Like, I don't know, it's different. When I listen to, I've noticed, like, in my personal life, when I listen to certain, like, rap music and shit like that, I be feeling, like, indestructible. I be wanting to go out and, do whatever. And I could go drink. And then when I listen to, like, Meg Thee Stallion, I feel like texting somebody, being on my hot girl-ish. And then when I'm listening to, like, it's all a fucking energy. People are using music and melodies to transfer energy towards you. When you're watching TV, people are using energy and sources, like their energy, to transfer their energy to you, even if they're not intentionally doing it. Like, it's been times where, I might get intoxicated, like, with a friend or something, and I'm chilling, I'm mad at my person, but I'm with my friend, so we're good. And then she starts calling her person, and they arguing and stuff. And even though nobody necessarily wants to like manifest the argument or anything into their life. Like sometimes I'd be like, damn, like should I call my person? Like should I like you know? And so I just feel like the people that whatever they're focused on, whatever they're doing, no matter how strong you are, if you surround yourself around it too much, or if you surround it at a time where you're vulnerable, so like under the influence, or if you're going through something emotionally, like you can totally connect with their energy like that, no matter how strong you are. Oh no. No, I'm in a happy relationship. I'm just talking about, times where things, necessarily weren't like that. But I feel like people that are chosen, people that are gifted, people that are, this all right now is to cause and trigger an awakening, because you can only stay asleep for so long. When you have a purpose, when you're, when you're put here for a reason, sometimes you got to go through. I mean, we were obviously put here during a certain era because we're strong enough, or if we have some type of capability to, get out. If you're fucking chosen, if you're one of those people. But I feel like I was put here now because everything around me is triggering an awakening. Everything around me is, my confirmation when I'm obedient to whatever I'm supposed to be learning. So it's a beautiful but scary experience. It is. You don't know what you're... So, T, why you don't just ask him what you're doing? Thank y'all for the likes. Why don't you just ask your person what y'all are doing? Hey, Winter, I'm doing good. How are you? How are you, friend? I feel like you should just ask them where y'all are going, what you're doing. Set up a date, do something. It doesn't have to be anything major, but you don't want to just randomly on a bad day come home and say, what are we? Because that never gives you the right, proper response. But set up a date and feel free to ask, like, what is it that we're doing? What's your end goal? And of course, people could tell you whatever they want to tell you. But when you start asking questions like, what's your end goal? And you pre-identify what your end goal is, when you ask this person's questions, where do you want to be within the next 5 years? Are you do you want like a living girlfriend, or do you enjoy your own space? When you start to get to these questions and you have them defined for yourself, it shows you if you're in alignment, and regardless of what their mouth says that y'all are doing, it kind of confirms what y'all are doing or what y'all aren't doing. And if what you're doing is going to match your end goal. Hey, Greg. So it's time for you to get into that energy of asking like those uncomfortable questions, or having that talk, like where do you want this to go? Are you looking for a committed relationship? A lot of us, we should be asking that at week 1, like exactly what you're looking for. And of course, people could lie and say they're looking for something, but not naturally be looking for something. But that's why you continue. What are you looking for in a relationship? What's your end goal? Do you believe in marriage, or do you want this? How do you feel about your girlfriend, like meeting your mom? Like, ask those questions. And of course, allow their actions to look at their actions to see if they resonate with those questions. And also have those questions asked for yourself, so you can see if it's even in alignment or if it's worth it. A lot of times we feel like we're pushing too much if we ask these questions that, it's inevitable. So if you ask in the beginning, of course, people's mind can change. Sometimes you start talking to someone, you ask these questions, and someone thinks that they're not ready for it. But then when you pull your energy back, now they won't leave you alone. So things do have the potential to shift. But it's very important to know where, like, people's mind is originally when meeting you. Is it worth pursuing this? Is it worth texting back? Is it worth building these memories to where if we don't work, I have to, you know what I'm saying, erase this stuff and heal again? But that's the thing. That's exactly what I just said. A lot of times we feel like it's pushy. It's not pushy. It may be pushy to be like, you got to marry me today, nigga. That may be pushy. But asking, like, you know, we've been talking for a little bit. I don't expect anything. I want everything to gradually move. But, you know, at this point in your life, what are you trying to do? What are your biggest concerns right now? If a relationship ain't in it, that gives you some type of understanding. There's nothing wrong with asking those questions. Now, if you're asking them thinking you're going to manipulate somebody based off of their answers to give you what you want or to prioritize what you want over what their focus is, then that's very pushy. But if you're communicating, what are your biggest, and you don't even have to ask about a relationship right now in your life, what are your biggest 3 main concerns? Where do you want to be within the next 5 years? You know, like what emotional blockages do you feel are your biggest blockages at this time? Asking those questions. And like I said, of course, people could be like, oh, I don't have any blockages. But you plant that seed, you open up that door. And if you see that someone isn't concerned or trying to give you answers for things that matter to you, then you know that y'all aren't in alignment. And the reason why you don't know where you're going is probably because you're forcing it. But if that person is open, even if everybody may not be capable to just answer those questions off the top of their head. But if what your communication plants or waters a seed to get someone's mind to start thinking about those things and to, you know, start to formulate if you what's going on, then it's a win. But if you're concerned with a relationship and I don't want to waste my time if they're not going to be my husband and blah, 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 and you ask them these questions and marriage isn't on their mindset, they don't even give a damn about the questions that you're asking, they don't have a remedy, they don't have a end goal, they don't have then that should be a fucking red flag. And you understand that y'all aren't on the same thing. And before pouring more energy and time, a lot of us be like, oh, it's 3 months, I'm going to just hang it through for a lifetime. No. If y'all are at 3 months and you finally asking these questions and you see that there's nothing in alignment, then what are you losing? A few dates, some beautiful text messages, a few thigh rubs, maybe, you know, the doing a do a few times. Like, what are you really missing? You know, it's best, regardless of whatever we've built now, if you're building something, if I'm building something with brick and you're building something with wood, eventually everything is going to crumble because you're using one product, you're using one source, and I'm using this other source, and they don't respond well together. So we're building something and it's going to be fickle. It's going to fall anyway. So am I going to hold on to it for years to have an even bigger disaster? Because if we keep building up and these aren't compatible with each other, then eventually it's going to be a big mess. But if we're here, and even though we're not at the bottom, but we're here, and we've been building, and things crash, it's less we have to clean up. Yeah, bring it up. And like I said, friend, you don't have to bring it up in a way or the mindset of, this is what I want, and do you want to give it to me? You just ask these simple questions. What's important to you? You know, like, what do you want in love? Like, what, you know, do you believe in love? Like, ask these questions. And a lot of men, especially the men that are for you, they appreciate women that go in depth. A lot of women don't want to go in depth. They don't want to know their man. They don't want to understand them. They don't want to know what their man wants. Women come in the equation. They know they want to be married. They know that they're getting older. They know that it's been this long since they've had a relationship, and they just want to hear that you're going to give them what they want. When you ask these men these questions, like I said, especially if it's a man that's not awakened, once he starts to open up, he's going to be grateful that you've asked these questions and you've planted these seeds and you've created some type of structure when he wasn't even necessarily thinking about it. You know? I hope I make sense. Because I know I'm rambling. But I feel like it makes sense. It's all good. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Well, whatever else y'all want to talk about, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be anything. I'm here. I'm not getting off anytime soon. Okay, so I have a little game. So the first question is, if there was one thing on your body that you didn't love about yourself, what would it be? I think mine would be like that you didn't love about yourself, but you have to accept about yourself. I think mine would be ever since I started breastfeeding, like I had 2 kids, it's my boobs. Like, I love them because they're mine, but they're not the same. Your belly, you want it to be flatter. Okay, I got you. Your belly, you want it to be flatter. My boobs. And growing up, it was always like my nose. Dang, T, yeah. Growing up, it was always my nose. I felt like it was just too big. Your nose is huge, yeah. But you know, too, I've noticed that like with Snapchat and filters and everything, the first thing they do is make your nose slimmer. I feel like if years ago we had our same nose, we would love it. It wouldn't even be weird, you know? But it's just with the standards. You have to have like this slim nose. Like, it's very weird. Okay, so the second thing is, what is your biggest fear? Yeah, facts. They make your nose slimmer. They make your mouth fuller. And it's been times where I've used so your biggest fear is the second one. It's been times where I've used the regular camera and I felt super cute. And then I go to Snapchat filters and I'm like, oh my God. And it's like, I'm still cute. That's why I try to keep away from the filters. But what's your biggest fear? That's number 2. Failure in life, career, etc. Facts. To lose someone that you love. Facts. Drowning. Okay. I got you. Drowning. That's something that I definitely don't know how to, I don't know how to swim. Okay, so, number 3. Wow, it's like so many questions coming. A deadly car accident. Oh my God. Yeah, that's something I drive all the time, and that's something that literally has been like haunting me. Just, you never know what the fuck, whether it's you or someone else's fault. Like, you just never know. Number 3. If you had to pick not a role model, but like an idol, let's say idol, because this doesn't have to be someone you naturally idolize, but someone that really encourages you or, you know, that you follow closely, an idol, like what would your current idol be at this time? Like someone that you watch frequently or listen to frequently or inspires you heavily. If you had to pick one right now, what would it be? And so my biggest fear would be not protecting my kids fully. And I think that includes everything. So like not being able to be here physically for my children, not being able to financially provide for my children, not being able to be like emotionally stable for my children. Like all of those are my biggest fear, like failing them in some type of way. And I feel like it's connected to all of those. Beyonce, J. Cole, Lesdo makeup. I gotta look into that. Lesdo makeup. Your aunt, because she has her life together. Your aunt. I think my biggest role model at this time would be, it's a hairstylist that I love. Her name is India _ like Irie, but she's like a hairstylist. She's retired now. And she's going through like this spiritual transformation. I would also say Unlimited Goddess, my spiritual teacher, she's on YouTube, but those are like two of my, she helped me through a really, really dark time, and she's just legitimate. So question number 4, I think we're going to do 8 questions total, and then I'll send out the Cash App. So question number 4, I want to know, what do you think currently would be your lowest vibrational characteristic or trait? Currently. This is question number 4. What is your lowest vibrational characteristic or trait? I think mine would be not accepting and receiving like advice from external sources. A lot of times I act like because I am intuitive, that like I know everything and there ain't shit you could tell me. So I have like a lot of rebuttals. I'm very not argumentative, but I'm gonna challenge you down. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard for me to accept not even being wrong, because I know how to accept when I'm wrong, but more so accept that I couldn't get it on my own. It's very hard for me to accept, because a lot of things I know about myself and I try to fix them, but when someone else calls it out, I feel like it's something inadequate in me to be able to like, you know, I don't know, it's very hard for me to receive, what's the word? Not feedback, but it's very hard for me to receive what's the word? Do y'all know the word? Receive, not consequences, to receive ridicule, or like, y'all know what I'm trying to say? Advice. Not advice, because I'm good with that, but you know, like if I don't know how to explain it. It's not ridicule, it's not advice, it's like negative feedback. Letting things, hold on. You love to seek revenge, being too needy and no self-confidence, letting things people say about you bother you. You would say shutting down when it comes to disagreements or arguing. Sometimes it's needed to talk about problems instead of shutting them out. Facts. Those are all facts. Constructive criticism. Yeah, it's constructive criticism. Because it's not feedback. Like if somebody says something good about me, I can receive that effortlessly. It's more so people expressing like things that may not be praised in regards to me. Like if you're not praising me for all of the effort, I feel like I make so much effort to fix things or to make things good. If you don't just focus on that and you have something bad to say about me, it makes me feel like inadequate to an extent. Okay, so 5. We're on 5. Number 5 is, if it's one thing that you can apologize right now at this time, what would it be? Oh, it was a gnat. Sorry, y'all. If it was one thing that you guys needed to apologize right now or could apologize about right now, what would it be? I think mine would be, my cousin just passed away this past weekend, and she really made so many attempts to like reach out and to talk and to communicate, but I'm a military brat, so I'm so used to like being distant from people and then being able to come back and like they're still there. I didn't think she would go anywhere. So I think my biggest thing is like wanting to like heal that, and like, you know, it's not that I've ever ignored her, but she didn't get to meet my babies. We didn't get to do a lot of things, and I like grew up with her. We used to go to summer camp together. Like Sean, you know, I just feel I wish I would have been able to like respond to her last message on Facebook, and like when I told her, girl, we're gonna see you soon, like actually see her soon, not put it on the back burner and like put my life above like connecting with people that love me, like know the real me before I got into, you know, my life now. Thank you, Alexis, for the subscription. You would say sorry to your little me for putting her through so much, and you love her so much. Oh, I love that. You wish you could be easier on yourself. You mentally, especially. Facts. Facts. I get in my head a lot. I judge myself a lot. Waiting for 2 more responses, and then we're going to go to number 6. I love y'all for being so vulnerable. Like, a lot of people, I feel like I'm doing this game because a lot of people say, what is shadow work? How do you initiate healing? How do you, get into self-love? When you start answering these questions for yourself, it's the first step. You taking accountability. You acknowledging, like, the non-praise of your life, You said you love this game. Woo woo. Okay, everybody else tapped out. Y'all tapped out? Letting people do you wrong and still letting them back in. Facts. Facts. I can relate, friend. We got one more, right? It's one more person, right? Or did we do them all? Did she leave? Okay, you would actually like to do shadow work. Did you answer? We need your answer, mama. You said you would actually like to do shadow work. Yeah, shadow work, it takes you to, I wouldn't even say a dark place, but you have to, like, pass by some dark places in order to really, like, focus and figure things out. And I love it because you start to see how these things that were just, I didn't see it, mama. I don't see it. You got to ride by some dark places in order to start with that self-development. And that's the hardest part. Friends. Okay, I got you, mama. Friends, I got you. That's why you've been MIA, as you should. Don't feel bad for it. I'm just happy to see you here, I'm happy to see you here. So we're on number 6, right? Oh, thank you, Steve. We're on number 6. Yeah, we're on 5. All right, cool. Okay. All right, so y'all ready for number 5? Within the next 5 years, name 3 attributes that you want to, like, be in your life. Like, what attributes or adjectives can you express that you want to be included in your life within the next 3 years? So, like, descriptions of where you're trying to be within the next 3 years. Mine would be wealthy. Well, not wealthy. Financially responsible. A nurturing mother figure. And a nurturing mother figure. That includes family life, like that. And then the last one would be physically and sexually, like, confident. Like, you can't tell me shit. Like, just being at, being like an equilibrium within, like, the way that I show up, from my attitude to, my sensuality, but, like, being very, I hope that makes sense. Gratitude, a partner, and financially stable. I love that. Self-confident, more outgoing, stable in life in general. I love that. Gratitude, financial freedom, tapped into your divine feminine. That's what I was trying to say. Tapped into my divine feminine, like, physically, mentally, emotionally, just like, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? Prosperous, building your family, more soft. I love that. Divine feminine. I feel like a lot of ours resonate. I do. All right, so number 6. I said we're gonna do 8. Okay, so number 6 is Who is one person that you have to work on forgiving? You don't have to like post a name, but you could post who they are to you. Or if you don't want us to know who they are to you, then just post the name. I feel like it would be, I don't know why my dad is like intuitively showing up in my head. This can definitely be something that I'm subconsciously not necessarily like focusing on. But yeah, maybe it's my dad. Maybe it's my dad. Yourself. I was thinking about myself as well. My dad. Like, that's literally the picture that I see. Like, yourself. I love the accountability, though, friends. I love the accountability. You would say your dad, mother. All right, we're missing one person, and then we're going to get to number 7. Still have a lot of weight on your heart. Facts. So these are some of the things we have to release, friends. And then number 7. Number 7 is give me 3 ways that you can love yourself better. 3 ways that you think you can love yourself better. 1, I feel like physically, I feel like there's a lot of like beauty routines before I had my babies that I was very into, like getting my nails done, my toes, like keeping my hair fleeky, you know what I'm saying? Well, now it really is fleeky, but I'm not about to put heat and products on my hair just to come on here, okay? But it's certain like grooming routines where I feel like I can honor myself better and delegate instead of feeling like I have to do everything, you know, for myself. 2, I feel like my emotional spending is definitely a blockage to my success. Needing to kind of know how to, instead of going to spend money, like focus on what the task at hand. And then 3, have to stop allowing people, like a lot of times I don't honor what I want, things like that. I have to stop allowing people to kind of walk over me because I don't want to create chaos. And it's as simple as me ordering a burger and it's cold, and instead of like stopping the line and telling them it's cold, I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna just eat it. I can warm it up at home. But like actually requiring people to meet the expectation instead of like, you know, kind of shying myself out of actually doing it. So you said you're speaking your mind, stop shutting out conversations that need to be had, physically staying active and not giving up. Facts. Sometimes you feel like you block your blessings due to past trauma. Mentally, like meditation, more fitness, good mental health. Allow myself to feel your emotions. Treat yourself out more. Keep choosing yourself always. Cut people out that are no good for you. Feminine maintenance. Stop shutting everybody out. Fitness. Hey, I love that y'all are participating. This is good shit, friends. This is good shit. This is good shit. I don't know why this is the question, but number 7 is one more after this. Thank y'all for the follow. It's one more after this. Number 7 is, do you trust everyone in your direct, immediate circle? And Spirit is telling me not to just say an answer, say it for real. Like, do you truly trust everybody in your direct social circle? Definitely no. This is another part of the question, but that I need y'all's answer for that. This is the same question, though. I need y'all answers for that first. We got 2 no's. I have no. And then after this, we have 1 question, and then I'm going to cash out. Thank y'all. Yes. That's dope. The yes is dope. So the yes question is going to be differently from the no question. Okay. All right. So everybody that says yes, that says no. Everybody that says no. Wait, somebody extra added. Somebody. Oh, Toilet Diaries. You're new. Okay, I was gonna say somebody added an extra. So that was my question for everybody that said no. Why do you maintain or keep these people like in your circle? And for everyone that says yes, I want to know, what was it for the people that said yes? No, it's nothing for the people that say yes. Nothing for the people that say yes. For the people that said no, why do you keep these people in your circle? Cutting them out. Facts. Facts. I think that's the gig. That's the thing. These same people that could potentially be ruining you behind the scenes, or pulling from your energy, harvesting your energy, things like that. A lot of times it's almost like Stockholm's, whatever it's called, syndrome, where you put so much effort and energy to connect with the same people that you feel maybe hurting you indirectly or directly. Hey, Emma. Okay, being worried. Since your husband passed away, no one but your mom. I actually cut everyone off recently and been to yourself. I just had lonely seasons for a long time. Your circle is too small, but you're glad that you could trust him with everything. Facts. All right, so the last question, I think all of you guys' responses, they resonate with me. And for you losing your husband, Alexis, I know that's difficult. I do. And I remember some of our readings, so I know that's a constant, strain emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Hey, Texas boy. Okay, so question number 8. Let me sit here and think about it. Don't feel like a slumber party? Put a sun if it feels like a slumber party girl night thing. If God or spirit itself came today and told you to release three things in your life in order to have total abundance tomorrow, but to be honest, what would it be? If you had to release 3 things in your life to wake up tomorrow and to have total effortless abundance, what would it be? My first thing would be memories that I replay over and 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 over from the past, from people who may have done me wrong or hurt me or said things or whatever it may be. That would be number 1. Number 2, take away this motherfucking debt. Like, all the flipping financial decisions, and whether this is things that I could take back, because I didn't really clarify, but if it's things that I could take back, or if it's things that, in the future I can like manifest to just be thrown out the window, is like financial immaturity, like just spending things emotionally or like ungrounded or without reason. Like all of those financial decisions and mistakes that I've made in the past, that would be something that I would want to like remove or release from my life. And then 3 would be all the low vibrational stuff that I always, get over, but the low vibrational stuff is so much better, like from the way that I eat to, the things that I watch. Like I can be so grounded in eating right and cooking and not spending money out and, just being disciplined. And then I kind of feel like I kind of get right back into that zone. It's very much so easier to sit in that low vibration. Like, I could sit here and watch healthy, positive shit all day, but when I see something like Blac Chyna did what, and then I end up going back, and then I, be on Facebook, and then I be looking at old posts, and then it's just like a rabbit hole. So like that would be something that I would want to like remove, like things that don't necessarily serve me and are a bit low vibrational, but it's easier to like tap in than to stay tapped out. Negative energy, don't like yourself, past memories, the grudges you hold, they're so bad, the self-doubt of thinking you're not capable of being loved, worry, traumatic events, how you spend money as well. Alright, y'all, I gotta go. Daddy finna come in. I'll be back though. I'm gonna save this live to my YouTube. Y'all go follow my YouTube. Y'all go follow my Instagram. I love y'all so bad. I had so much fun. And I really would be on, but I want to know how the event went, and I want to talk about it on TikTok, because, you know what I'm saying. But I love y'all. I love y'all so bad. Can I get a bye before I leave? Bye. Can I get a bye? No? No? Bye. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Tom, shut this shit down.
Okay, for real, bye.